everybody, this is Magnum Pi. I'm here with Dark Templar, Vahilo, Teku, and Golgotha, and we are Initiative Zero. We're going to play the Second City Chronicle, our Chronicles of Darkness game. We're in that second story, the Tale of Two Cities, as we continue to see how this dark world envelops Elliot Payne, Vincenzo Rossi, Christopher Sloan, and Grayson Bridger, four unwitting normal people, normal-ish people, who get sucked into the shadowy supernatural of Chicago. Thanks for joining us. If you like this, hit the like button. If you want to be notified of when the next things come out, hit that bell. Subscribe, help support the channel. Leave your comments below. We'd love to hear from you. If you want to engage in further conversation, join our Discord. We're just starting to grow. We'd love to have more people there to chat about things. But without much further ado, we're going to hop back into this, and we'll start with DT. How you doing, DT?
Not too bad. Not too bad. Actually, I want to add what you said earlier about our Discord. There are actually a lot of other people that may be looking for a game as well. If you're looking for players, you can connect that way and talk about the rules and whatnot, and get together and play a game. That's a possibility too. So there's a lot of good things happening on our Discord right now. So please join.
Yeah,
don't forget the memes. We have terrible memes that we throw around every so often.
Right, meme de la mer. Yeah.
Meme.
Yeah. In addition, I was chatting with somebody on Twitter. You can also follow us on Twitter. About a great little tool called RPG Match, and I just tested it out today, and it's really awesome. If you're interested in finding other people that want a game, try RPG Match. It's a great little tool. It's rpgmatch.org, and their slogan is "Don't roll the dice on who you play with." It matches you up with people who like the same sort of games with you, like the same kind of table, right? The kind of, whether you like the safety rules or whether you like particular type of styles of play. It asks you a whole questionnaire, and then it gives you a list of people for you to kind of connect with, and it ranks them on the percentage of identity that they have with you, right? The kind of people that you might want to game with. So as you know, we do have some side adventures that we're going to be running. We just did our Rift side adventure, the last couple episodes of that are going to come out in the next few weeks. And that's where we connected with people just in the greater community. I did anyway, but when one of these guys could connect and run a game too. Just to get the community involved in playing games other than D&D, because D&D has a large market share, but there's so many great games out there that go unnoticed. So I think the next time we do this, if it's cool with you guys, I want to make use of that RPG Match tool to see the kinds of people that we might want to match. So
yeah,
I'll put the link down below in the area down below, and rpgmatch.org. It's a cool little tool. But anyway, without any further ado, DT, what's Elliot doing? He just got away by the skin of his teeth from a werewolf attack.
Yes. I'm going to be breathing very hard right now.
Yeah, it was kind of like early in the day for Elliot, probably just before lunch. You're injured. What are you doing? Parkouring through the streets? What's going down?
I'm going to go to a pharmacy.
Okay, you run to a pharmacy.
Yeah,
cool.
I need to get patched up a little bit of gauze or something.
All right, cool.
I'm going to go in really cool, with my jacket on, so they don't see me dripping from everywhere.
Yeah,
give me
a dexterity plus stealth, just to kind of try to make sure you're covering your injuries, because your shoulder got bit pretty bad.
Sure. And I will roll that. Do I get subterfuge for that or no?
Subterfuge is more trying to misdirect people and stuff like that, whereas stealth is more about, hiding. So this is more you hiding, right, the injury, as opposed to if you were going to lie to somebody about the injury, that would be subterfuge.
Oh, no
Okay.
successes.
Yep. So despite your best attempts, there's little drops of blood, hitting the floor and stuff like that. It's soaking into your clothing and things like that. But you're in there.
Okay. So I'm gonna go and go to the gauze and grab some gauze and stuff it into my jacket, ever so coyly, and then get the fuck out of there.
So 5-finger discount?
Pretty much. And you get in there and get out of there.
Okay. Same sort of thing. Dexterity plus larceny. You've got a point of willpower you can still use if you want. I'm going to give wits plus composure check just for the people that are working at the till there.
Sure. I am going to definitely use my 1 jewel.
Cool.
Okay, can I roll?
Go for it. With a +3.
Okay. Yep. One success.
Okay. And yeah, there's one of the tellers, or not tellers, but clerks, is like, "Hey, you gotta pay for that."
I'm gonna fucking run for it.
Okay, you are the king of running for it.
Yep.
So somebody's gonna chase after you. They're probably not very good at it. We're dealing with a foot race. We'll say you're going to... What's your speed?
My speed is 12.
Okay. And you've also got fleet of foot.
Yeah, at 2.
Cool. And just checking out fleet of foot again to make sure you get all of your parkour. Level 1 gives you... Subtract parkour from the successes needed to pursue or evade. So we subtract that. So already you're -3 to the 5. And your fleet of foot, they suffer a -1 on their rolls. Okay, to chase you. Cool. So you're looking at your stamina plus your athletics to bolt. You need 2 successes to get away. They need 5 to catch you. They are at a -1 to that to run you down.
Okay, want me to roll?
Yep, go for it.
1 success.
0 successes. You have the edge.
Oh, I'm so cheering for them.
And
Got
you're
him.
out. So basically, you've bolted out of the store. You're now out in the street.
Okay.
You
use
have
my
the edge. You
athletics.
get to choose the dice pool. It doesn't have to be stamina and athletics. It can be another dice pool. There's cars. There's people around. There's alleys. There's...
I'm
Cool, I'm
imagining Kevin from Home Alone here after he takes the toothbrush.
Yeah. I'm gonna bolt it. I'm just gonna keep running because
Okay, stamina plus athletics then. Yep.
Yeah.
You need 1 success.
Yeah. There we go.
There you go.
Ah, man.
And yeah, you totally get away from them as they run.
That's
Cool.
Cool.
Slid on the
Yeah.
ice between the police officer's legs.
There you go.
After
Watch out.
I get away in like somewhere safe in like an alley or whatever, I'm going to start wrapping myself to see if I can stop this bleeding from happening.
Yeah. Do you have medicine at all?
You know what? I thought I got it last time. I did not get medicine. No.
Okay, so that's a -3. So you're looking at a dexterity plus medicine,
Okay.
and you're
That's
gonna have basically just what you need to be able to actually do first aid. So you don't get a bonus. It's just a chance die.
No, it's 3 minus 3.
Yeah, that's a 0.
sorry,
So it
it's
gives you
a
a chance
chance
die. Yeah.
Right. Yep. Gotcha. Sorry. Nope.
All right. So you slap the gauze on. It's going to absorb the blood. You're not really suffering from the bleeding condition, which means you're not hampered by the bleeding, but you are still.
Sure.
It's going to soak through those. Yeah,
That's fine.
Yeah, and
I'm gonna whip out my cell phone. Whip out my cell phone and text Vinny
okay, cool.
and tell him that I'm in a bad spot right now and that I'm at this corner, this alley between corner and corner, and I'm not doing too good.
All right, cool. So, Vinny, what did you do earlier in the day?
I can't remember what I did earlier, but I know at the end of the day, I went to meet with David Wei, and went and talked with Albert's father, and then went to meditate.
Yeah,
But
so
I can't remember what I did in the afternoon. I think I was just working in the afternoon.
Yeah, you haven't quite gone to the meditation yet, I don't think.
No.
Or did you? No, I don't think you did.
No, because I was at 7.
That's right. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you. So during the day, I think you kind of went to check on things. So you could have gotten a text from Elliot there.
Yeah. So I'll open my phone and read it.
Yep. Cool. And he says,
I just want to. I'll text back. Where are you?
The corner of
text. It'll take so long to text in like the early 2000s. I will call Elliot.
There you go.
Oh my gosh. Great. I pick up. Hello.
Elliot, where are you?
I'm in the alley between Corner Street and Corner Avenue.
Oh, corner and corner and corner. All right.
He's cornered.
Yeah, they're perpendicular to each other.
That's not far from where I am. Do you want me to come and pick you up?
My God, yes.
Okay. I will go get in my car.
You might want to put a towel down or something.
That's why I have Leatherman.
No, I'm bleeding pretty good.
Okay. I'm assuming I have stuff in the trunk to take care of that.
Sounds good.
Yeah, you may have a first aid kit in there.
Do I have other stuff to clean up blood, given that, my line of work and
the amount of plastic you have at all times?
You've got cleaning stuff, sure.
Just like a drop sheet?
Yeah, basically you've got like
you're
drop
like Dexter.
sheet. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so I'll go to the corner of Corner Ave and Corner Street.
Okay, bye. Frick.
All right. Cool. So there you go. You drive there, Vinny, and pick up Elliot. He looks pretty worse for wear.
Okay. Elliot, you did a pretty poor job of wrapping that bandage. Do you want me to try and help?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
All right. So again, you can try to do some first aid.
Yeah, I have 1 dot in medicine.
Cool. Dexterity plus medicine.
Two successes.
All right. So you wrap it there. So Elliot, you can restore 1 health point lost to bashing damage, but otherwise, all it's going to do is essentially stem that bleeding. So
that's good.
Yeah.
I like bleeding all over the place.
Yeah.
Keep it on the inside.
Do you have any bashing damage or no?
I had all lethal.
Okay. So you're looking pretty rough.
Cool. I think
and lethal heals 1 point per 2 days, right? So
sounds good.
So unless you get medical attention, that's the rate at which you'll heal.
Yeah. I'm going to suggest that to Pity. I think I might need some more medical attention from this.
Oh, I don't know how much more I can use that doctor. He's costs quite a bit.
You do have 1 dot left. You could try to convince him to do it 1 more time. But it's up to you. It's manipulation plus persuasion plus allies.
Or you can just drop me off at the hospital. That's fine too.
Well, I have another idea, but it might involve you talking to somebody.
What's this idea? This is a doctor?
Well, eventually it would lead to a doctor. You wanna come with me tonight? I'm meeting up with David Wei, and need to talk about all this stuff that's been going on with this book.
I would love to, but let me tell you something. I just got bitten by a werewolf. This is the outcome of this biting of werewolf, and I think I need a little more medical attention.
I pull out my phone. I'll try and convince the mob doctor to give him some first aid again.
Okay.
Thank you.
So manipulation plus persuasion plus allies for Vinny, which is only at 1 dot currently, with a penalty equal to 4.
Yeah.
And I should not have told you the penalty first, but I did, so you can still use the willpower if you want. It's up to you.
No, I'm going to want to use that later, I think.
Okay.
So presence of manipulation.
No, manipulation plus persuasion.
Oh, manipulation plus persuasion.
Yeah.
Manipulation plus persuasion.
Allies.
Plus. So I have 1 dot minus 4, so minus 3 overall.
Yeah. 1 success. So win or lose, you lose that dot. I'm going to put it over with your other dot that's there. Okay.
Yeah.
And you.
That's just till the end of the story, right?
That's right. Yeah. You literally just talked to this guy yesterday, and he's like, Vinny, what are you doing? What's up with this kid? Like, I just patched him up yesterday.
I know he fucked up, man.
Look, man, this is the last time. Next time you gotta go talk to. What?
You're gonna meet this. Well, you've already met this kid, but once he starts doing some work, you're gonna be happy that you fixed him up.
You better be right. I can't keep doing this.
I know.
All right. So you brought him around. We'll say that you dropped Elliot off and went and did the things that you had done last time.
Okay.
You let him know that where you're going to meet David and the like.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So let me roll for this doctor here. Three successes. So what this does then is so after 5 for a lethal wound, so he will roll again. He has to make. There you go. So after a couple hours, he stitches you up, and he's like, "What the hell? What the hell did this to you, kid?"
Dog. A really big dog. Look at those bites.
Really big dog with a knife, and he kind of pokes at one of the claw slashes on you.
Oh, that's not a knife. Nope, that's a dog. 100% a dog.
Never seen a dog do anything like this. As he kind of does the stitches, right? He kind of hits one spot that he didn't freeze too well, and you kind of wince.
Oh,
yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, and so he downgrades one of your lethal wounds to bashing.
Cool.
And that will heal up in about 15 minutes. But he's like, that's the best I can do. Take it easy. Get some rest. Here, look. He gives you a bottle of T3s or something like that. Yeah.
Any codeine in this? I don't want any codeine. This stuff's addictive. Bad for you.
Fine. Takes the pills back. Do it without the painkillers.
Sounds good. I just grab my balls.
Okay. And you head off. What do you do?
Sounds good. I'm gonna go and talk to Vinny. Hey.
Oh,
Thanks for patching me up.
Vinny dropped you off there, right? He went off and did other things because it's been 2 hours.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I am going to go back to the shop.
Okay.
Nope,
Cool.
I lied. I'm going back to the university. That's what I'm going to do.
Which university?
The one that I know that dude from. What's his name? Ron?
Oh, what's his name now?
Yeah, exactly. That guy. The librarian assistant.
Jim. Cool.
That's like Ron.
Right. Yeah. 6 of 1. Okay. So you make your way over there. You get into the library.
Mm-hmm.
And you head up to the counter. There's the clerk that you've encountered before. Says, any new finds?
Can we talk in the
This is the clerk. This isn't Jim.
Oh. Sorry, what do you say?
Any new finds?
Any new finds? Question mark.
You know, books. You're the kid that found the book on the ground.
Oh, yeah, that's right. No, I've not found any new books. But is Jim around by any chance?
Let me just see if he's back there, right? And she kind of gets up and walks a few steps and peers to the back. And she's like, "Yeah, he's coming."
Thank you.
And,
Speaking of finds, you haven't seen that girl I was with, have you?
No, she says.
She's a bit around.
No.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah. And yeah, so Jim steps up to the counter there. He's like, "Hey, kid," and he kind of looks at you. And give me wits plus composure here.
There we go. Wits plus composure. Not plus athletics. Let's see. I'm rolling like don't let chance die.
You roll a chance, yeah.
Yeah. 3 successes.
All right. 1 sec. Cool. He does a 2 successes. So he's being subtle. He's trying to be really subtle, but you notice him kind of give a sniff. He's kind of like that. It's more than just him clearing his nose. He kind of does a lean in a little bit when you walk up and gives you a bit of a look. He's like, "You okay, kid?"
Not exactly. You have somewhere private we can talk?
Yeah, sure. And he just looks over to the clerk that's sitting at the desk there and says, "I'll be back in 15 minutes. Just taking a break." "Okay," she says. And he brings you over to one of the silent study rooms there and pulls a chair in from outside because it's basically just a study carrel with one chair in there, and closes the door, pulls the blind, and sits down. He's like, "What's going on?"
What do you know about you seem like a pretty learned person, and just curious, what do you know about werewolves?
And he kind of looks back out the window a bit there, and he says, "What do you know about werewolves?"
Not much, except that I think I've come into contact with one recently. And I'm just gonna kind of give him like the hands from my face down kind of motion, like.
What do you
voila.
do? You flash him your stitches?
Yeah, I will.
Okay. And he looks and he's like, "Holy shit! Where was this?"
It was at this store, this bookstore. It knew I was there.
It knew you were there. Why was it after you?
That's a good question. It knew I was there, and it then attacked me.
Right, he just kind of
It must
looks...
have.
He kind of leans in and looks closer at you. And,
As it does, I'm going to kind of back my head away a little bit, like,
yeah.
"Grr."
It's like,
That's cool.
yeah, he's just kind of looking around you. He's like, what do you remember about it?
I remember it was a lady, and then it was not a lady anymore, and then it killed 2 other people and tried to rip me apart, and then I ran away in a bookstore. Like, I'm all for like bad literature and everything, but that's a little ridiculous.
Yeah, that's really not typical.
It's actually quite a risk, actually, me coming here with all these pages around me.
Yeah, he's like, and you remember everything, eh?
Yeah.
You ever find yourself getting angry, kid? Like really angry?
I'm a pretty mellow dude. No,
Okay.
I have not. No, this just happened this morning. So I guess I'm a little upset that happened this morning, because most mornings I don't get almost ripped to shreds.
Yeah. You've been dealing with a lot of weird shit lately, eh?
Well, there was that book, and then there was that dude that you let us away from, that then still attacked us. And yeah, I guess you could say it's been a pretty rough couple of days.
How about that girl you were with?
I have no idea where she went. She fled.
Does
I'm
this
just winning
werewolf
all the time.
does this werewolf have anything to do with her?
She's probably looking for her too.
Why would she be looking for her?
Yeah, she killed her parents.
Okay. Because that girl, there's something about her.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of getting the same sort of vibe off you here, man. Listen,
What do you mean?
and he puts
that
the
what that's-
shades. He puts the shades down the rest of the way, and he says, "Before a werewolf changes for the first time, they start to attract the attention of things to them. Supernatural
Changes?
changes,
Cha-
shifts.
Are you suggesting I'm changing?
No, maybe, but
What?
I'm just saying that you're surrounded by all these things. That girl,
Mm-hmm.
this woman, or this werewolf. You know, the guy looking for the book itself, me, your friends, all of this stuff. You're like a lightning rod. Look,
Great. What do you mean you?
and he just kind of in a moment he shifts, adding a decent amount of size. His body hair gets thicker. His
Shit.
lower jaw extends. He looks more Lon Chaney Wolfman than the Howling Wolfman, and he's got. It looks like his muscles are basically stones under his skin, like they're just that bulging and big. And
Oh,
and then
God.
he shifts back to.
Oh,
And he's like, "You're not screaming. You're not terrified. You remember everything that just happened right now."
is that part of my spooked? Sorry, I can't see my cards. Does that fuck me up? Just curious.
No.
Uh,
The encounter with
shaken?
invisible. No.
okay.
So, and he
Never mind.
says,
Continue.
"Yeah, he's just. It doesn't actually affect you at all. It doesn't trigger you. If anything, it's reminiscent of the encounter that you had with the werewolf, how you remembered everything. This encounter with the supernatural is, it seems right to you that this is part of reality. And Jim says to you, look, I'm part of a pack of werewolves in this city. There's a lot of different kinds of us. You, my friend, are what we like to call a wolf blood. I don't know if you were born with it or if your encounter with this woman resulted in it, but one way or the other, you are part of this whole reality. There's 2 cities of Chicago. There's a spirit side and a flesh side. We walk that line, we werewolves. We call ourselves the Uratha. It's a very ancient word, but we walk that barrier between the shadow and the flesh. And you have, if I'm 50-50, you're 75-25 on that barrier. You're anchored here, but you can reach, well, you might not be able to reach across, but you got a connection. That's why you can see me and I shift and it doesn't freak you out. Whereas the average person, they'll lose their mind over it. We call it lunacy. Anyway, you gotta find connections. You gotta join a pack. You gotta find people like you. Otherwise you'll go crazy. You may be a werewolf too. Maybe you're just a wolf blood. I don't know. That's up to Father Wolf and Mother Luna. It's not up to me. It's not up to you. But since this assault, since these wounds, you're going to notice it's going to come to the surface. You're going to be struggling a little bit more to control yourself. Listen to me. You gotta control yourself. If you lose it, if you are one of us, and you change, you won't have control. You could injure the people you love. That's why you gotta find people that you can anchor with. You know, we've got wolf-blooded associated with our pack. If that works, but it might not. It's not just up to me. But, you know, you had asked me before, I think, or maybe your buddy Christopher, who works at the library, asked me about that book. And if there was somebody that he could talk to more about that book. And I got in touch with another Uratha that I know who has contacts with people who are like that blonde guy. I'm telling you right now, you saw that werewolf in action. There's very few things that take those werewolves down and keep them down. That guy with the blonde hair is more dangerous than you realize. Even dangerous to the Uratha. He can take down werewolves. He and those like him. He's a wizard. They don't look like Harry Potter shit, but they can control and bend reality. You stay away from them.
Can they go invisible?
They can do anything.
Because we did have an encounter with him when he took the book.
He took the book, huh?
He did. He, like, snuck in and beat the shit out of us. Took the book, but like at one point he was there, so he wasn't there, and all of a sudden he was there in front of me, and just like straight kicked me in the face.
Did you? Now you
Pardon? Sorry, you said something.
Sorry, I know I was caught in mid thought. Elliot wouldn't have remembered. Like, you would have had to rewrite those memories because that was before you got bit.
Okay.
So again, yeah, your memory of him wasn't turning invisible and stuff like that, but he tells you that,
okay.
Yeah. He's a wizard and you gotta just steer clear of him.
I see. Well then, any help that you can possibly give me with like these other wolf-blooded would probably be in my favor.
Well,
I don't want to go insane.
Yeah, I don't want you to either, kid. I'll talk to my pack, and I'll find out what we can do.
Also, one last thing.
Yeah.
Do you know of any werewolves that I give them the description of that other werewolf that I met? What's his name?
Oh, Volcus?
Do I have? Was it Volcus? Yes.
The guy with the newspaper?
Yeah.
Let me see what he knows here. And he's like, yeah, that's Volcus Ink Fingers. That's what we call him.
Yeah, I ran into him as well. He's very interested in this young lady as well.
Well, you know that he's her uncle, right?
Yes, yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I could understand why. Volcus works with, and he kind of chuckles a little bit, the Rat Catchers pack out of Chinatown. They catch rats. And he kind of chuckles, and he says, look, I'll talk to my people and we'll see what we can do.
Sure.
Here. In the meantime, heal up and lay low. Find people you can trust.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right.
Thanks for your
I'll contact you,
Jim. Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right. So, are you going to meet up with Vinny, or are you going to not meet up with Vinny? Okay. Cool. So we will fast forward then, and it's later that evening. Your bashing point will have healed. So, yeah, you'll just have those lethal left. And, and so you meet up with Vinny, or you head to the restaurant that Vinny told you. You will walk in, and as you're approaching the restaurant, you will see both Christopher and Grayson walking up to the restaurant as well. And that's where we will cue in the group there. Vinny, you're already inside.
Okay.
Sorry, he saw us walking in?
You guys are walking up to the restaurant down one side of the street. He's walking, down, approaching from the north, let's say. He's approaching from the south.
And he's really obviously beaten up.
Again, give me wits plus. You guys can give me both wits plus composure. I'd imagine, Elliot, you're trying to conceal things still.
Sure, why not?
Yep. So Dex plus stealth.
Do I get my trained observer?
Yep. It's perception based, so.
Yep.
Yeah, so you notice a few things. He does a good job concealing it from Grayson, but you can see that he's got a little bit of bruising kind of going up his neck and stuff like that. And that he tried to wash them out as best he could, but there's a few blotches of dark on his coat.
Yeah. Well, just kind of knowing the dynamic between Grayson and Elliot, I'll look at Elliot and say, hey, I actually had something I wanted to ask you real quick. Grayson, we'll meet you inside.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Hey, Elliot.
Okay.
And I'll just kind of wait till Grayson moves on, and I'll say, hey, are you all right?
Been a rough morning. And then followed by a weird afternoon.
Would you pick a fight with a bus?
The bus didn't have a chance against this thing.
I mean, the fact that Grayson didn't react immediately, I don't think he noticed, but I did. What the hell, dude? Are you okay?
Nope. Let's go inside. I'm really hungry.
And I'll kind of step back and gesture to the door and let him go ahead.
Cool.
Yep. Open the door. And, yeah.
All right. You guys head in. And this is just after Vinny's finished having his conversation with David. You guys walk in. You can see them sitting over at one of the tables there. And, yeah, Vinny, you see these guys. David looks over, sees Grayson walking in first, then followed by Elliot and Christopher.
So I'll just kind of, stand up a little bit, just so they can kind of see where we are and try and make eye contact with Grayson, given that he's the first one coming in.
Yep. You wave them over. They make their way to the table. David stands up and says hello to you. Says, please sit down. We'll get a few more chairs.
Hi, David. Hey, Vincent.
Hey, Grayson.
Yeah. And
so I'll kind of, because I know that Christopher and Elliot are coming, I'll grab another 2 chairs for them as well.
Yeah, and you are met by a waiter carrying one toward the table already, seeing what was coming, and you grab another and bring them in, and you're all sitting around the table there, the 5 of you, and says, I only expected to see Mr. Rossi and Mr. Bridger, Dr. Bridger, but here I see 2 more. And he looks over at Elliot, and he says, hello, young man.
Hello. I reach out my hand for a handshake.
Yeah, he says, my name is David Wei. I work with the Consolidated Chinese Benevolent Society.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. And he's going to just... Oh, so, yeah. He totally sees your injuries there. He's like, you look like you've had a rough day.
Yeah, rough morning, followed by an even weirder afternoon. But hopefully things look up from here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And he kind of looks over at Vinny and kind of gives you a knowing look.
Yeah, I just kind of look back at him and just kind of, nod my head that, he's good. He should be here.
Well, it's more that the knowing look is that this is the kid that Richard wanted to talk to.
Yeah.
And
obviously. Thanks, David.
David looks over to Grayson and says, how are you feeling?
I've been better. I think Samantha may have she talked to you about things too, and I'll go into more detail later as well.
I've made some calls.
Thank you.
I have someone I'd like you to see right after our session this evening. He's been preparing for you.
Good, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Things have been weird.
What's that?
Things have been weird.
Yes, I'm sure. And he looks over to Christopher and says, "Nice to see you back. Hopefully we are gaining yet another member for the for the sect."
You're certainly making a good argument for it.
Good. Well, and he has them bring another plate of food. Please eat. And Mr. Rossi and I have already eaten, but please.
So grab some food.
I'm gonna dig in.
Yep.
I'll pick away at things.
Yeah, cool. Is there anything that you guys wanted to talk with David about over the meal, or?
Well, as they start to eat, I want to say to everybody else, Christopher, Grayson, and Elliot, basically why I approached David Wei, and just kind of saying, we know that the book was taken by Mason, and I'm trying to, by coming to David Wei, I'm trying to learn more about the significance of this book.
So I'm going to look at Christopher and say, we might know more about Mason as well. That might potentially help us in determining what happened to the book.
This Mason.
Yeah. Oh, well, that sounds productive.
Yeah, David says this Mason to Vinny is the blonde man.
Yes.
Well, if he has the book, he's the one that's supposed to have the book. What we need to know is what happened to Richard.
Do you mean Albert?
Sorry. What we need to know is what happened to Albert.
Well, I think we want to know how it was that the book came to be in our possession. We want to know what the significance of this book is.
That's not up to us. He points to himself and kind of over toward the Chinatown Bazaar where Richard Quay, Albert's father, is at. Says, if this Mason wishes to share that information with you, that's up to him. But we need to know what happened to Albert, both myself and his father. And I know that some of you know what happened to Albert. He looks over at Elliot.
I think that we might be able to share some information.
Please.
David, you're wanting certain information from some of the people at this table. And so are we.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Well, I would say that since we are in my neck of the woods, how about we start by the information that I need? Then I can share that with Mr. Quay and set your mind at ease.
I'm just going to step up here and say, what is going on here? I'm just going to look at Vinny here, what's going on?
Yeah, this is a whole lot more forthcoming than I was expecting.
Ditto, but yeah.
And you also all notice that nobody in this restaurant is even looking toward this table. They know better.
Before David and I came over here for dinner, I was trying to learn more about this book from Richard Quay. So I, with David, David introduced me to Richard, and we had spoken about this book. Now, apparently, Mason, the man that we know as Mason, had approached Richard to get the book for him, to acquire it. Richard did, or Albert did, and in the process, Albert went missing. The book was disappeared, and then, as we know, Mason has recovered the book.
Mm-hmm.
So Richard wants to know what happened to Albert, and we want to know the story of this book and what it's all about.
Why don't you tell me what you know about what happened to Albert? And he looks back over at Elliot.
I'm going to kind of look away a little bit.
You're going to look away a little bit?
Well, I'm just going to... It's going to be kind of like... It's not going to be super obvious, but it might be obvious to people who know I feel guilty.
Sure. So the first time I ever saw Albert was at the back of the restaurant. I was kind of in the area, kind of dumpster diving and stuff like that, and I saw him come out. He was looking pretty rattled, like he had been assaulted. And yeah, then afterwards he started running really, really fast, and he made this maneuver that was like, I'm a pretty good like athletic guy, and he made this maneuver that was pretty unreal but doable, and he dropped the book. Sorry, he dropped the suitcase, and I picked it up.
And it had the book inside.
Yes, it did.
And where did he go after that?
We eventually found him. Where did we find him, guys? Where was that place that we found him at?
It was in the warehouse district or something like that.
I remember a week later, we had come looking for clues about Albert's disappearance, just in the alley behind the bazaar. And we saw Albert. He was in a dumpster eating a rat. And were you there with me, Elliot?
So with you?
Yeah.
I think I might have been with Grayson. Oh no, I was in the car.
I was with Grayson.
Sorry, I was in the car with you, yes. I never left the car though. I stayed inside.
Vincent and I went up.
Went up, says David. You found him eating a rat. Where did you go up to?
He ran.
Where?
Climbed up a fire escape up the side of a building.
Where?
I don't know. In this industrial area, I don't know exactly where it is, sir.
It was down by the McCormick Center, but that's fine. Yeah. You guys can relate that to him. Yeah.
Yeah. And then a few minutes later, unfortunately, sir, he fell.
He fell.
From the building.
How high?
About 5 stories.
Mm-hmm. And where is the body then?
There really isn't much to it.
I have no idea. I was in the car. I'm assuming it's still there.
So Magnus, just out of game, would I or myself have seen what would have happened, or would see the aftermath at least?
When you got down there were just a bunch of little bloody paw prints, and his body was empty of organs, lungs, heart, guts, all gone.
Okay,
so it was basically burst. It looked like it burst open.
Yeah, I'll describe that.
Didn't somebody see that it had burst open?
Christopher, but he kind of went catatonic.
They're messed up. Yeah, they're messed up.
Right.
So
I don't know.
So at what point in this conversation, if at all, does this trigger that, where'd it go?
When you want to try to do something.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. When you want to try to do something related to that, for example, if you wanted to try to tell him about it or recall, right? You can choose to fail and that might be a thing you can do, right? Try to recount or communicate what happened. Mm-hmm. It's up to you.
I mean, I'm happy to perk up and say, yeah, I apparently was there when he fell, but I don't know. Seeing someone fall like that, I shut down. I don't remember any of it.
Cool. You can try to remember if you want. Again, it'd be an intelligence plus composure check. You can then opt to fail using your shaken condition, which will look like you're actually, really disturbed by it. But
you know what? Yeah,
okay.
Let's go that way.
Cool. So you get it's intelligence plus composure. Again, you can opt to fail this and just shed the condition, which don't bother rolling.
Yeah.
And you look like you're struggling to recall what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
But you start to really look agitated and sweating and the like as you kind of stumble over words and the like, and
actually kind of fitting for the scene.
Yeah. David looks over to Vinny. And you? What did you see? What happened to him?
I was following him up the building, and as I got up to that floor, he was shaken. He charged at me. I pushed him back. He kind of got his balance again, and I just tried to avoid him. As Grayson said, he fell off the edge of that building. I don't know if he was stumbling, if he lost his balance, or if he jumped. I don't know what he was doing. He went over the edge of that building. And when Grayson and I got back down to look, body, it was gone. There was nothing there.
Okay, give me a manipulation plus subterfuge check, because there was remains left, right? So you would be lying to him if you tell him that.
Okay, I'm going to
willpower that.
Might be worth willpowering, yeah.
You need to lie, man. Oh, here you go.
3 successes.
Okay, hold on. You you successfully lied to David, and he believes you.
Sorry, can I just stop for a sec? I just want to do something as this conversation's happening.
Sure, what's that?
I want to stare directly at Golgotha's character, because he knows I know. Wow. He knows I know.
Why did you? I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it.
I'm looking at him.
As soon as I said the pettiness, he's gonna fuck me over. He's gonna try to fuck me over.
Wait a minute though. Why did I have to roll manipulation and subterfuge for saying that the body was gone?
Because the body wasn't gone.
But Grayson didn't have to roll it for saying, "Oh, he fell." Grayson,
no, I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. I didn't say about falling.
You said that he fell.
No, I did not. I didn't say that. I didn't say anything. You said he fell.
Yeah.
I didn't say anything.
Yeah, after everybody else did.
I've been muttering quietly to myself, essentially. Like, remembering how bad I feel about the whole thing.
He's been avoiding. Like, he even said he was looking down, and then he looks up and sees Elliot staring at him.
Yeah. Or I'm staring, like, directly at him. Like, he knows I know, He knows I know, and when I said what I said earlier, you better fucking realize what I did for your ass. It's basically the eye contact I'm making right now.
I assume that I'm sitting between them, and now it's like a weird game. It's like a tennis match for me, but I'm trying not to make it obvious that it's a tennis match.
Well, you're still dealing with you're still sweating from the recall. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
As usual, not involved.
David,
a psychological break.
David, he looks calm, but you can see that his fist is clenched extremely tightly.
Yeah, so anyways, I'll make that very, very apparent, is that when he finally looks in this direction and he just sees me, those eyes are peering into his fucking soul.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I appreciate the pettiness, actually. It's well done. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I'm just role playing.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. I have no problem with it. I genuinely appreciate that. It's fun.
All right, cool.
Sounds good.
So, David's just clenching his fist. He says, "This is very problematic." He looks at Grayson, who's looking down. Says, "This evening, we'll have to discuss more about this with the man I'm bringing you to see."
Yeah, okay.
Well, what does this all mean? Why did we see Albert in an alley eating rats?
If it's what I think it is, it's that magician, or worse.
My ears are going to perk up a bit.
Magician.
Mine too.
Yeah. Well, we might have some information about that.
Why can we not have anything? Just anything for any amount of time that's not just fired off into the aether.
Chris,
like, why do we bring him along, kind of thing?
Oh, that wasn't Chris. That was me. But Chris is now.
Yeah.
You now have like 2/5 of the table just gunning you off via eyeballs. It's like that SpongeBob gif of them reading papers with their eyes just busted right out of their head.
Vinny would also be pissed. We gave him exactly the information he wanted, and now we're giving him more that he didn't know he wanted.
Yeah, just
come on, Grayson.
So listen though.
Yeah.
For Vinny, you giving him the information about Albert and everything, that will resolve your spook condition, because if you look at that, right, this is right, something that complicates things or hinders the group in some way. If you continue, Grayson, you will resolve the spook condition that has to do with
Damn right I will. Damn right I will.
All right, so you spill the beans.
And then you're going to get stabbed by the rest of your team.
There's a fucking reason for this, guys. Come on.
Yeah, you're going to get stabbed by the rest of your group.
Meh. It is what it is.
So anyway, go ahead, Grayson.
So we did some research on, and blah, 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 blah. So I'll just do that.
You share the research. Yeah.
Don't groan.
Well, no, this is David kind of going.
No. I was talking. I was talking.
No, that's absolutely me. I'm just gonna.
And
I'm sure there's a hand coming.
3/5 of the table, I'm pretty sure is just doing this at you right now.
I am focused on my own guilt.
You're getting the look right now guilt, of Teiku's. I was thinking Teiku, your display picture there.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm thinking that says David, that all of you would benefit from some centering. The sect of Jiaozhongji is very much focused on bolstering people against such things.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
How much hair do I have on the back of my neck? Because 150% of it just stood up at that entire sentence and thought process.
I think you have loads of hair. You could be like Robin Williams. How's that?
Oh, God. I can't go into direct sunlight. I'll start melting.
Or burst into flame. One of the two. But anyway, so we should head across. Get prepared for the session. All of you should join and center yourselves.
What is centering yourself?
It'll help you collect yourself to oppose things like this that try to rattle you, that try to set you at dis-ease. Ask your friends.
Okay.
It's been very beneficial for them.
Yeah, it has been.
Friends, you say?
Your friends.
I'm just going to look right at Grayson.
Oh my God. Oh.
And he just kind of waves at the waiter, who nods to him, and he says, "Come, let's go."
Done.
I'll get up and leave.
Yeah.
I will as well.
And he heads across with you to the Puitak Center. He gives all of you robes. Or the correct, not really robes, but the correct Lululemon, whatever, and mats.
I will not I'm not going to wear Lululemon.
And
Too bad it's happening.
He says, "Excuse me, but
Part of the cult, you have to wear it.
but I'm going to get prepared. I'll meet you inside momentarily. You are there a little bit early, but after you get changed, other members show up for the evening. And similar to last time, they collect together. There's lots of chatter. I'd imagine the four of you are rather quiet.
I'm not
I'm not quiet at all.
No?
I'm gonna whisper to Vinny and to is it Chris?
Chris.
Yep.
Yeah. What the fuck are we doing here, guys? This is a cult.
And I'm going to just kind of turn on him abruptly and be like, these two are fairly invested in this really obvious cult, and I'm curious about it for their safety.
And Vinny's right. You're talking to me too.
No, I turned on him. My back is turned. I'm trying to...
Okay.
Because your ability to talk him down right now is very much gasoline versus an active fire, so I'm just going to kind of cut that out of the mix there.
So as you're saying that, I'm obviously going to hear you.
Well, maybe not.
I'm saying that to both of you. Oh, sorry. Yeah. I'm saying that.
No. I'm talking about Christopher's.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm like,
and so I'm just gonna step around Christopher and say, if it gets you more information about what's going on with this book, with Mason, with Albert, then think of it as a positive. It's got you some information.
It's actually a fair position to take.
I know. That's why I took it.
I'm
just going to shake my head.
Unlike the true believers, do the slow pan.
Yeah.
End up looking at Grayson. First
sign of fucked upness, I'm probably gonna take an Irish exit, just so you guys know.
Jeez.
What's an Irish exit? I know what Irish twins are. What's an Irish exit?
That's when you leave the party but you don't tell anybody, and then all of a sudden, hey, where the fuck did Elliot go?
Oh,
nobody knows.
That's much less dramatic. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But I'm gonna take a shit and then just never come back.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll just stay and you might get some information. That's all I'm telling you, Elliot.
I hear you.
Oh.
All right. And I guess what I meant by quiet was that you didn't interact with the other people that were there, even though they were like, "Hey, good to see you again." You're kind of like, "Yeah," but you do talk amongst yourselves, sure. And eventually you're allowed into the room, and it's adorned as before. kind of the paper walls with the various symbols of different religions on them. In the background, there's a raised platform. Everybody throws their yoga mats down on the main hardwood floor there. There's a sliding door on one side, 3 cushions on the raised platform. And David walks in, and following him is Chow Lian, who David says, "We have a special evening tonight." Although Chow Lian was not, Ascended Master Chow Lian was not scheduled tonight, she's decided to make an appearance and provide us with some additional wisdom. So let's begin our meditation. And so all of you will be able to make a Wits plus Composure check for your meditation roll. And you get a bonus of, what did we say last time?
I think that because of my inspired condition.
You can use your inspired, yeah. But I'm just looking at what we did last time with regard to meditation. Was get the relaxation and dedicated meditation room. So you have a plus 3 because you're in a dedicated meditation place. So it's Wits plus Composure plus 3. You can spend willpower on this. You need 4 successes. You're only going to meditate for a half an hour. Each roll is a half an hour, so you don't get to make more than one roll. But you can spend willpower if you want. If you get 4 successes, you get a +1 versus integrity loss, right? If you need to make a breaking point check. And David begins to walk you through a guided meditation.
Oh, I did.
That's good.
I spent the willpower, by the way, so.
Okay, cool.
All right, you said with some composure?
+3.
Yeah, Blitz plus Composure plus 3. You can spend willpower on it if you wish.
Ooh, look at all these 4 successes.
Wow, good stuff.
So yeah, with my inspired...
Yep, you can spend your inspired.
Yeah, I'll spend it.
Because what that gives you is you get a willpower point back and you get an exceptional success. You had to decide beforehand, but that's okay. We'll let you do it this time. You get another exceptional.
Sorry, I thought I was saying I was doing it before.
Maybe you did. I might have missed it. So
yeah,
you do get an exceptional success, and so I'm going to. Let's see. What are we going to give you? I'm going to give you steadfast. You feel very confident in your abilities here. And just so you all know what steadfast does, you feel confident. Whenever you fail a roll, you can resolve this condition and say that it has to do with you get a single success. If the roll was a chance die, you can, instead of rolling a chance, roll a single die, and you can use it for things unrelated to why you got it. So it's just your confidence, so it can be used toward anything, not just meditation. For Elliot, you're too distracted by how weird this whole experience is to really get into that point. But the rest of you all get a +1 to your next, until you sleep again, until your next breaking point. So that's a beneficial thing. Like last time, each tier or I guess level of involvement or level of progression in Jiao Junji is called to the back to have a special session with Chow Lian, and you 4 are called together separately with David to go into the session. You go into the back room, the sliding door on the side. In there is, again, a padded floor, 4 kind of pillars holding up the ceiling in there, and a cabinet, which is open already because the other groups have gone before you. And during the time that you were waiting, David kind of gave a sort of motivational talk to teach you more of the, a lot of that psychological stuff that you learned before, Grayson and Vinny. In this cabinet, however, that's open there is a small gilded statue dressed in robes, similar to what Chow Lian and David wear. He's sitting in a lotus position. And both Grayson and Vinny know that this is a statue of Chow Junji, the founder. And Chow Lian, you're asked to sit down. Chow Lian moves toward the statue, which has incense and flowers and all that sort of thing, and she prepares a bowl, which she brings back to each of you and passes it around. David takes the first drink from it and passes it to Vinny, who is sitting beside him.
This is going to be fun.
I'll take a small drink from it.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
Who's beside me? Just curious. Who's beside me?
I'd imagine you've distanced yourself from Grayson. So if Grayson's on the other end, then you're probably next to Vinny. But
Vinny's your ride home. You're probably next to Vinny.
Oh, I'm just curious who's right next to me, because I'm probably going to whisper, like, take a big sip, buddy.
Well, yeah, he's right there. So,
like, last time we did this, I thought the initiates weren't invited backstage like this.
That's right. Last time they were not. This time you guys are. Well, the initiates are these guys here. You're just an attendee, right? You're just showing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you weren't before, but given David's concern for things, you might understand why he might have brought you back. Again, he was saying that this can help bolster you against the terrors of the night.
Mm-hmm.
So, Vinny, you take a small sip again. That invigoration, right? You feel encouraged.
Do I instantly feel that?
Oh yeah, once you swallow it down, yeah, it fills you with a warmth, and it's, again, like I said, it's kind of like when you eat horseradish, how it just kind of clears your airways and just invigorates you. Even after a long day, you're just like, whew.
As if I instantly feel better, like that small sip might become larger.
Yep, cool. You can drink more.
Like if it's an instant feeling. Yeah. And then I'll pass it to Elliot beside me.
Cool. All right.
As he passes it to me, I'm giving him like a really, really weird look. Like, this, you sure about this there, boss?
I'll just kind of nod my head as I hand him whatever it is.
Whatever it is. Okay.
Well, the chalice, the bowl, whatever shape it is.
Does it smell to me?
Yeah, it has an odor of whatever herbs are in it. There's like flower petals floating in it and the like. The room is filled also with the scent of incense and things like that.
Okay. I will take like the slightest of like sips, like it just touches my lips kind of thing. I don't even want to like even swallow it.
Okay. If you don't swallow it, then it doesn't give you any kind of feeling like it did for Vinny. It doesn't taste.
I'm okay with that.
It doesn't taste bad.
But I don't know that. If it doesn't taste bad.
No, I'm telling you though. Like after you've taken a taste, it doesn't taste bad.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay. Cool. I need you to give me a manipulation plus subterfuge roll then to fake this out.
Manipulation. Subterfuge. What was that? Okay. Well, my rolls have been pretty bad all day, so we'll see how this goes.
You're due.
Yeah, you wanted me to fail, so I'm pretty sure you want me to fail here too.
I still want you to fail, actually. Yeah.
All right.
I mean, yay!
I don't understand why you want me to fail so bad. I literally saved you from a guillotining. So
It's a really weird same team dynamic here.
Oh, we are not on the same team. I'll tell you that right now.
All right. And
sorry, I'm laughing. I'm good.
all
This
right.
this is very much like a Clayton Diego type
Yeah.
of dynamic
So-
here.
It is.
Yeah, I know.
That first roll is for Chow Lian. The second is for David. Chow Lian sees what you do there and says to you, "Drink."
I'm underage. I don't think I should be drinking this kind of stuff.
Drink.
I don't.
She
feel-
says.
Who says that?
Chow Lian, the woman. Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry, I should have described her for you because you weren't at the last one. She's a woman in her late 20s, possibly early 30s, wearing long robes. She kind of sits in the center cushion. She is the ascended master, whereas David is just referred to as a master.
She's super pretty.
She's very pretty. Yeah.
yeah. Well, that obviously does well for you. Hopefully she's dead too,
really
so you
does.
can fuck her.
What?
Jeez.
Oh my God.
Ow! Just
Where did that
Just
come
going.
from? Jesus.
just going.
Jesus Christ.
Wow. Wow.
This almost seems like it's literally legitimately personal.
It's not personal. It's legitimately it's personal between Elliot and Grayson, maybe. Yeah.
It's awesome. Sorry, good. I'll quiet.
Anyways, I'll say to her,
Do it.
I'll excuse myself, but
Do it.
I don't want to partake in this. I'm sorry.
Do it.
I didn't realize that this was going to happen.
Do it.
And I'll basically say, Elliot, that's fine. I'll walk you out. Come this way.
I'll drink his share.
Okay, before you do that, let me just check one thing here.
I feel like, really a theme Grayson has here. And growing.
Why is it my character has to have a conflict with at least one member of the group? I legitimately tried in this one not to.
I'm looking forward to the next setting where it's you and me, because that's like
All right.
numerically where
I
this
need
goes.
both.
Apparently, yeah.
I need Christopher and Elliot, actually all four of you, just to roll your resolve. And only your
Just
resolve.
resolve.
Yeah.
Nothing for Vinny. Nothing for Christopher.
Hey!
Wow.
Hey! I get lucky there? Did I get lucky?
I just need I need
Get fucking
Grayson
9
to
dice.
roll his
Jesus.
resolve.
Who's got to roll?
Grayson.
Oh, why do I have to resolve?
Every one of you rolls resolve.
As he said,
okay.
everybody rolls resolve.
Oh, okay.
These are the rules, okay, Golgi? Can you just...
Yeah, sure. So, sorry, just resolve? No other
Just
thing?
resolve, buddy. Just the
All right.
resolve roll.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
just
right.
resolve.
Resolve, I'm rolling. There you go. I'm planning on drinking it, so I'm good.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
This is just to see if you are affected by things.
I will definitely be affected by things.
Yeah, he's already got a heart on.
Oh my God. Classic.
You're affected, and you haven't even had anything yet.
Apparently.
Loves the cock.
What?
Nothing. Sorry. I mean, drink.
Oh man.
Is this card for?
We were at the restaurant, and you were just like straight up just telling anything to anybody that they wanted to know.
Yep.
No poker face.
I'm an academic. I'm not a gambler.
What does that say? Charmed?
Yep. You can just click on it,
Okay.
and well, I'm going to do it for everybody so you can all see. So the three of you have been charmed, and
A majesty discipline. You guys are screwed.
and
I remember when we played Vampire before, and I had that.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
any
Same.
yeah. So you are you want to do things for Xiao Lian to make her happy, and
Damn right.
which just affects Christopher in the sense that Christopher, you're not going to walk him out. You're probably going to more encourage Elliot to stay.
Hey, Elliot, you should stay.
All right, Elliot, what are you planning on doing here?
I'm planning on saying, I'll see you guys later. I'm going to go.
All right,
No, Russ.
I'm gonna roll my eyes a little bit.
you get up to
And I'm just
leave.
going to shout, also, he pushed him down a thing.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that.
All right, so Vinny, you get up, or sorry, not Vinny, but Elliot, you get up and leave. The other three of you, once Elliot has walked out the door, Xiao Lian nods to David, who gets up and walks after Elliot. The bowl is passed to Christopher.
I'm not super interested in drinking it, is the thing of it.
But
Yes,
the
you
thing
are.
is, you are currently charmed.
You're very interested in drinking it.
Yeah, so again, if we take a look at what that means,
Means that you don't get a choice.
yeah, you make a significant or physical sacrifice for that. That would resolve this for you if you gave in and drank for it. That's a physical sacrifice. So that would resolve charmed for you.
I mean, I don't know what other option I have, given that I've already failed the...
Yeah, so you'll get a beat for drinking this thing.
Gross. All right, I guess.
Okay. Same sort of thing. You are invigorated by the flavor of what's in there. It wakes you up. You feel alive. And and finally to Grayson, the bowl is passed.
I will drink it, and if I need to, I'll lick the bowl.
Where did you get this,
Jeez.
library of cards?
Jeez.
I just looked at it's like your character has wings. What the hell happened here? Are you like Red Bull Manifest? Yeah, you might have to move me down a bit.
Possibly.
I'm trying to get rid of these things, but unfortunately, they keep piling up.
no.
I suck at getting rid of them.
Just can't juggle all these limes.
Yeah. So,
Are we? I will lick the bowl. I'm just saying.
yeah, you finish it off. Sure, that's fine.
Wasn't that another commercial? And then I licked the bowl.
I think it is. What is it from?
I don't know.
It sounds very familiar.
All right. So, what I need now is you guys need to roll resolve plus let's see. Yeah. Resolve plus composure. Both Vinny and Christopher are at -1 die. Grayson, you're at -2 dice because you licked the bowl clean.
Jesus.
So resolve plus composure.
Can I choose
Can I-
to fail?
Jesus.
No, you can't choose to fail, but you can.
Okay.
You can, if you fail, you can choose to take a dramatic.
I succeeded.
Can I throw a willpower at this? Because I was kind of against the whole thing prior to the.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
Oh, if you fail, that'd be awesome.
I know, except for all the parts where it wouldn't. There.
Ah,
Beat it.
All right.
Not interested. Your weird, probably sexual cult.
All right. So, yeah, and so, Vinny, you are feeling pretty good, and toward Chaldean, Vinny and Grayson. Both of you, Grayson, you drank last time, correct?
Oh, yes, I did.
Yeah. So you also feel this way. So toward Chaldean, you, well, we'll start with Christopher. It's almost like you have a crush on her. Butterflies in the stomach sort of feeling. You shouldn't want to have anything to do with her, and yet you desperately do.
Well, I think she's awesome.
Yeah, it's it kind of, there's sort of a pull and makes you want to be close to her, want her approval and things like that. For Grayson and Vinny, you feel a sort of tension when you just think about her, right? Or you feel sort of complete when you think about her. It's almost like if you like somebody and somebody talks about them and you kind of blush, sort of thing. It's that level of feeling, or denied strongly that you don't have any feelings for anybody because somebody said that you do. That sort of emotional reaction is the level at where you're at with relationship to her. It's a strong sort of pervasive affection that makes you vulnerable toward her and keeps you wanting more of her. And
it's like back in junior high.
Kind of like that, yeah. And you're there. And she says, thank you for participating. This will make you stronger. David has told me that you have encountered some terrible things. I want you to be strong against those terrible things. You should avoid them. This is a place of safety for you. Remember that. Your friend who ran away, David will talk to him. Hopefully he'll come around. And with that, she takes the bowl and walks back and closes up the cabinet at the back there.
All right.
All right. What do you do? You're dismissed. You can leave.
Yeah.
All right. And you do so. Elliot, where do you go?
I'm immediately gonna just hop in my car and get the fuck out of there, and just, I don't know, maybe I'll just drive around for a while.
Does Elliot have a car?
Yeah, I have a drive. I can drive now.
Yeah, he got himself a car.
I didn't know that you had a car.
Oh,
Jeez, working at my shop is looking pretty good.
yeah, lucrative.
This 2006 when you could afford things.
Vinny, I'd look into see if he's like embezzling or something.
That probably is, but we're the mob. What am I going to do? Call the IRS?
Yeah. Respect.
All right. Cool. So where do you head off to, Elliot?
I don't know. Probably good. Well, it's 2000s. What am I to do? I'm either gonna. What time is it at night? Just curious.
About 8 o'clock.
About 8 o'clock. You know what? Maybe I'll.
Now you are
Go to
particularly
Giordano's, get a
injured.
pizza. It's in Chicago.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna head back to my place actually.
Okay, cool. About the clothes.
No, I lied. No, I thought about it. No. I thought about it. I'm not gonna head. I thought about maybe going home. I'm gonna get some coffee first. It's been a pretty fucked up day.
Okay, cool. With regard to
I'll go
the
to a
clothes
cafe.
that you were given, you changed back out of them?
Yeah. I just kind of shrugged them off and just on the way out kind of thing.
Okay, you kind of have to change into them, so it's not like
Oh, do I?
Yeah, unless you're like they're kind of like Lululemons, right? They're yoga pants and stuff like that. Like
Oh, then I'm. Oh, it's probably nicer than the shit I was wearing, so I'll just keep it.
okay. So you just
get in
took
my car
off
and
with
go.
that stuff, grabbed your coat,
Yeah.
ran. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I'm just going.
Okay.
I don't want to stick around there.
Yeah. As you were heading back to your car, you looked at the entrance of the Puitak, and you could see David Wei standing in the doorway, and he turns around and goes back in. Cool.
Okay.
The rest of you, what do you do?
I'm gonna try and source some of the what are they called? I mean, they have swag, right? So I imagine they have yoga mats, they have
Yeah.
CDs, things of that nature for purchase.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
I suspect I shall go and make one of those purchases.
Okay. So you collect some of that stuff for yourself. Yeah. Your resources should cover that. Yeah. And
I
cool.
want to talk to David Wei before I leave.
All right. David comes back in, and you talk to him because he's gonna take Grayson to see that other man, right?
Yeah, I'm sticking around to see the other person.
Yeah.
No, I just want to say to David. So, David, before we leave for the night, there's one big piece of information that I had questions about.
Mm. And he
Maybe
looks a
you
little
can help me with
frustrated,
it.
kind of about Elliot running off. Yeah. What is that, Vinny?
Well, Richard had kind of talked about, how he and Albert would kind of procure things that, were hard to find that people needed, like this book.
Hmm.
How did Mason know that about Richard or Albert? Did they know each other beforehand?
The Quay family has a reputation in these circles of being able to acquire things of very peculiar nature that no one else
That's
can.
what Richard told me.
Yes. If you're looking for something like this, it would be difficult not to hear mention the name of the Quay family in Chicago, Chinatown. They're known in these circles.
So that was it. It was strictly a business transaction, I guess you'd say. There's no other
Mr. Quay
relationship
would know.
between Albert and Mason.
Mr. Quay would know better than I. Unfortunately, we can't ask Albert.
Right.
But it wouldn't surprise me if someone came looking for their help in finding an artifact that is rare or obscure and not easily obtained.
Right.
Feel
Okay.
free to talk to Mr. Quay. He'll be able
I
to,
might just have to do just that.
but I don't know if you want to accompany Grayson, but he may need your help with what's next.
Right now?
And then he nods.
I can come along. I don't know if I necessarily help him out.
You
He
might be
isn't
more
really
help than
making
you think.
friends.
You might be more help than you
Well,
think. Mr. Sloan, are you accompanying us as well?
Yes.
You're Grayson
Yes.
Bridger, not...
Cool. You're not.
Oh,
him.
sorry. I forgot my name.
It's a strong drink. Sorry, where are we going?
Just around the corner. There's someone that Grayson needs to speak with about his condition. And with that...
I'd rather go
ahead.
check on Elliot, just because around the corner is the scary...
No, that's not the corner he's referring to. Not that you know.
No. Oh.
Yeah. But you could be a little nervous about that.
Yeah, no, that's in keeping with the thing.
All right. And that's where we'll leave it for this particular session. Thanks to all of you for tuning in. Again, hit that like button, give us a subscription, and join us again for more Chronicles of Darkness. I'm Magnum Pi, and I'm here with Dark Templar of Ahilo Teku and Golgotha, and we are Initiative Zero.